everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and there's nothing like grabbing a fistful of dice and just rolling them. You know what? I love a good Euro. Surprise, surprise. I love things that have great strategy to it, things that actually make sense. But there are times when you just like luck. I love that because luck can lead to so many just cheers and groans. So that's why I think dice chucking is fantastic. So these are my top 10 dice chucking games. All right, my number 10 isn't because it's not one of the best games on the list, I think. It's because it almost doesn't feel like a dice chucking game because, again, like I said, fistfuls of dice. This doesn't have that, but the dice on this is a very, very central part of this. So this one, maybe I fudged it a bit. This one, I slipped into it because the dice themselves, when they roll, everyone holds their breath and cheers. This is Camel Up. Camel Up is so fun. It is a blast to play. Every con I love to play. At the house, we love to play it. I love those crazy camels that are going the wrong direction that can take you for a ride. And every time when a die comes out, everyone's just like, oh, no, yes. And it's just, I love that feeling when those dice come out. And I know you could put other ones in there like Ready, Set, Bet, things like that. But this one for me, it's just got some nostalgia for me. I love Camel Up because, again, everybody gathering around, throwing the bids down, everything, and watching those camels just be crazy because camels be crazy. This is my number 10, and it is Camel Up. All right, my number 9 is probably the lightest game on the list. This is one I play into the night a lot of times, or if somebody's coming over, they have 20, 30 minutes to run through something. I will bring out Mountain Goats. Mountain Goats is pretty much king of the hill. You're going to roll those dice, and you're going to try to get to the top of the hill, and you're going to get your little token, and you're going to bump somebody off. That's it. That's it. You're just going to choose, make that combination, and then have your goat go up the hill. You might get bumped off, go back to the bottom of the hill, and guess what your goat's going to do? He's going to go right back up the hill. That's the game. You've got the game. That's where it is. Love how this looks. Love how easy it comes out. Simple rule set. It's easy to teach, easy to play. And I love this for end of the night game. And this is just what dice chucking is all about. A lot of luck, a lot of goats, a lot of game. That's Mountain Goats. Okay, so one big void in this list is going to be King of Tokyo. Spoiler, it's not going to be on the list. Why? Because this game is similar enough. Does it replace King of Tokyo? I don't know. Would I gravitate to this with gamers? Probably. This is Battle of Gods. This one for me, I do love them both, but this one has minis. I love the minis on this. It's the same type of mechanic where you roll and all this, but it's got the minis. I love the minis, and I also like the map. So you kind of get to move around. You have different things you can do on the map. And every single character on here is very asymmetric. So when you play and you're done, you can swap characters and then run it back and try again. And there's also the same type of upgrading you can do to your characters to try to get those killer bonuses, which you really love in Yahtzee style games like this. This is fantastic. I can see playing this again and again, and the minis are incredible. So this is Battle of Gods. All right, my number 7 is a real-time game. A real-time game that surprises me. The one that I don't even own myself because I want everything for it. And I love this. And this is Project Elite. This is all about rolling those dice. And you're getting out there and you're watching it. It's a real-time battling game. And in between rounds, you're going to plan out, here's what I'm going to do. And everyone plans it out. And then, as soon as the round starts, everything goes wrong. You are not getting the dice you want. You are just end up being a different place. You just keep rolling, and there's that chaos. And I love that game. I love seeing that, everybody rolling those dice and stressing out, trying to get there, and then you stop and you regroup. That's where this game really shines. This is, and the minis, of course, the production value is great on this. This is one I'd love to see a remake of because it's just that good. But this is Project Elite. Okay, this is a Halloween style of game that has that really bright, vibrant Halloween artwork, and it has a lot of dice. I mean, when you get this brick of dice that just makes you smile inside, outside and inside. You just smile. and this is Monsters on Board. Monsters on Board is it's dice chucking, but also dice drafting. So you're going to roll all these dice, you're going to put them in these little cars, you're going to take your dice, you're going to hand the card to the person next to you, and you draft dice. And then as you do that, it's all about the spook juice. You're going to start moving up the different tracks, you're going to get that spook juice. There's not a lot to it. It looks like a lot when you've got all those grunts and everything out there on the table, but there's not a huge learning curve. And again, it's got custom dice. I love me some custom dice. I'm a simple man. I do. Custom dice, monsters, cars, dice drafting, Halloween. This is a winner. This is Monsters on Board. I approve. Play it all year round. It's a Christmas game, sort of. All right, this is a game that I saw a while back, and I only got a chance to play it a year or two ago. And this one it looks great because you've got this whole mountain of dice, and it is Dice Miner. Dice Miner, you're playing a dwarf, and you're drafting dice for your horde. And the whole thing is you have to get one of the dice is all on the side of a mountain. You have to grab the dice on top that you can actually get to. But there are other ways you can go lower or whatever. Or you can grab I think it's showing a beer or whatever, give it to somebody else. You roll it, give it to somebody else, and then you can grab 2 die of your own. And there's a lot that goes into this. It's a very fun dice chucking game because it is great to roll all those, take them, and then shove them to the side of the mountain. And what I like about this is you're going to see dice that you really want down there, but you're going to try to time it to make sure you can get those or get some ability to be able to get those dice. There's also upgrades you can get along there. You've got a tableau of dice that keeps building and building. It has a push your luck mechanic. Then you mix this. It has asymmetrical players. There's a lot to love about this game. This one surprised me that it's not getting more play now. I think it actually is because at different conventions I'm seeing it played now. But before I played it, I hadn't seen it in the wild really. This one's a great game to check out if you just like rolling fistfuls of dice and slapping them on the back of the mountain. This is Dice Miner. All right, this is another real-time game, and this is a little bit smaller. This one you're defusing a bomb. Sounds fun, right? Can you do that in real life? I cannot, but I can here. This is Fuse Countdown. Fuse Countdown, I haven't played Fuse, by the way. This is the one I kind of went to. Fuse Countdown, everyone's got their cards in front of them, and then you are rolling, if there's 4 people, you're rolling 4 dice, and everybody's grabbing one and place it on there. And if you cannot place the dice you're left with, you're going to get a spark. Sparks are bad. I don't know if you've ever diffused bombs before, but sparks are bad. I know that from all my bomb diffusing days. So you put those in front, you start to get rid of those cards, and you have to get rid of all the cards in the middle by defusing them. In other words, placing the dice that accurately match those, like they could be ascending, they could be certain colors, certain whatever. If you get rid of all those in a certain time limit, then you win. And that's it. So you keep going and going. One thing about this game is you can't be kind of overly nice. You got to be quick. You got to be quick. The first time you play this, you're going to be polite. Excuse me, may I have this one? There's a bomb in the room. Hurry up. People are going to die. You got to be quick. Say, no, I'm taking the black 3. I'm putting it there. Get a spark. I don't really do that. Should. Then we wouldn't have died every time I played the game. But this is Fuse Countdown. It's my number 4. All right, number 3. This one probably people are going to complain about. They're going to be like, it's not a dice chucking game. It's a dungeon crawl. It is a dungeon crawl. But you also roll a lot of dice. This is Zombicide. Zombicide, for me, the dice in this just matter. I mean, those moments when you have someone who is dual wielding weapons and you've got those epic Uzis or whatever, and then you have just got fistfuls of dice. Man, that feels good. It feels really good to just roll all those dice and just hit as many as you can. Just spray. And it's good. And I love the fact that you can see someone, even like the chainsaw rolls like 4 or 5 in like the 1.0 or whatever, 2.0. But you still can miss. I mean, the fact that when you can roll a fistful of dice and still miss makes me chuckle. Yeah, this is Zombicide, and you can pick your poison. You can go with Zombicide normal. You can go Black Plague. All of these different types that you can do, but they all have that same dice rolling that just makes it glorious. This is just an Ameritrash. Roll some dice, have some fun, hopefully hit some zombies. This is Zombicide. All right, my number 2 is probably my dice battler of choice, and this is Marvel Dice Throne. Marvel Dice Thrones, it's another one of those Yahtzee style games you keep rolling, but it's all about the combos you can get. It's all about whether or not you go for the quick combo, or you can go ahead and shoot for the moon and go for the epic combo and finish it off. And Marvel, again, Dice Thrones I liked, but I was fine with. But when Marvel came out, I'm like, all right, I'm paying attention now. So, and since then, I've actually gone back and gotten the different ones because I think it's really good, unmatched style to have them all fight. But this is a great game. I love Marvel Dice Throne because, again, every player plays differently. I love that. Now, one thing I will say about this is I believe Dice Throne, for me, is a 2-player game. I know it plays larger, but for me, it's a 2-player game, and that's okay. So I do think it really shines at that. Just to roll the dice, and then you see someone get it really good or a bad roll. Feels great. This is Marvel Dice Throne, my number 2. All right, my number 1 dice chucking game. This one should be no surprise. This is Space Base. Space Base is virtually the perfect dice game because you're rolling your dice, and then at the same time everyone else is watching and they can play off of those. You are building your cards, and if the more players you have, then you want to flip those cards so yours will kind of pop off on everyone else's dice. So you are engaged the entire time. This game is incredible. The expansions for this rock. It plays quick. It always ends early. For me, it never really overstays its welcome, probably because I lose a lot. Sometimes I win, but it's really good. This is a game I will never turn down. I will walk by any con, and if I see an open space, I'll be like, I probably have time for a little bit of Space Base. But Space Base is my number 1, and it is a great dice chucking game. Okay, that is it. Those are my top 10 dice chucking games. If there are some that I forgot, put those in the comments. I'd love to hear them because I like dice. I like to roll them. I like to be surprised in what they show up. It's good. It's great. They're dice. I'm Joey Evans, and I'll see you later on the channel.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.